What's up, Wade?
Hey, howdy, Brock. Go ahead.
Yeah, Brock, I guess to start, just take me through the home run.
I really gave away 2 at-bats today that I'm not sure about. I really locked in my second, obviously my ending at-bats. Not really sure how to feel right now, like whether it's lost. But anyway, I would just have to say, man, I'm really comfortable. I'm really, I feel really balanced right now. I have a mindset, that's working for me, and I'm just sticking to my plan at the plate. And I'm just trying to give my team a chance to win, man. Every time I go up there, that's what I'm trying to do. So.
As a program, Oklahoma State's played in like 4,000 something games. This is the 6th tie. Have you ever played in a tie? And kind of, as you kind of mentioned, what are you feeling right now?
Oh man, I don't even know. I don't know whether it's feel like a loss or what. I mean, it's for me, I guess, and for us probably, it's better to go 9-0-1, I guess, than have an L on the board. But I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't think I've ever tied really that in something that mattered like this.
Did you guys know that it was going to be a tie, or did it catch you by surprise there at the end?
No, it definitely caught us by surprise. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have anything.
All right. Then last thing for me, whenever there have been homers to left, homers to right, I think this is the first one that's really gone to center. Did you know it was gone off the bat, or were you kind of wondering about it?
No, man. I just really, it felt good off the barrel. I just didn't know. I was just trying to get to second, and if it took a bad bounce, maybe get to third. And I was just thinking 2 out of the box, and then I kind of just saw the guy run out of room, and that was it. Just trying to give my team a chance to win, man.
Appreciate it.
No problem, brother.
Hey, Brock. I know it's kind of a weird end, like we said, but man, what were your emotions after you hit that ball in the ninth there?
It's when you have such great teammates, man. I don't know if you hear these guys. Absolutely every one of them in the dugout. There's not one guy that's selfish, and I don't know. Just I get so amped up, man, that I can't hold it in. You literally could put jumper cables on me and start a car, like. And I don't know, man. It's just when you have the opportunity and you seize the moment. You're calm, cool, and collected, and you give your team a chance to win. I think that's the best feeling in the world. And just literally just seeing those guys, how happy they are for you. It just makes you feel good and makes the team have a lot of energy. So,
is that something you've had in the past, or maybe is this team like even more special in terms of like that energy?
No, I mean, Oklahoma State baseball as a system, as a program, is nothing but positivity and positive energy. And I come from, different experiences. I don't really talk about, maybe besides JUCO. I had a really good junior college experience, but this place is nothing but positivity, and they just care, you know what I mean? And that just, they care about you off the field, how are things going, and things like that. And that's what means the most, and, kids that come from everywhere, like I'm 12 hours away, and I feel like, I'm taken care of, so.
Gotcha. Well, Brock, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Brock.
Thanks, Wade. Take care, brother.
Coach, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, well, I'm doing well. Just kind of wanting some general thoughts on the game. What are some of the things you thought about the game today?
Very strange emotion after a tie. Usually you have the kind of the final emotion of winning or losing. Tying is strange. I wouldn't say I know a whole lot about it. It's happened 2 or 3 times, I think, since I've been here. So it's a weird feeling. What's not weird is the feeling you got when Brock hit that home run. Man, that was a clutch moment, 1 strike away, and he hits one out to tie it and give us a chance to win it, but ultimately, at least tie the game. He'll grow from that moment. That's a super positive thing for our team. I thought our pitchers competed well. It wasn't an easy day to pitch. We kept the ball in the ballpark. Bryce got better as he went. Roman Fansoccer had his best outing. And, Trevor Martin's been outstanding for a true freshman. He's pitched great to this point. Probably like to get a little bit more bite on that last slider he threw, but man, he's going to be a good one for us. So the kids that went to the mound this weekend did a really good job. The wind got us there in the 9th inning on that pop-up. We work on that quite often, so we'll have to continue to get better at knowing our own park on that play in particular. But I don't know. I think it's an odd emotion when you don't have a final win or loss. You take the positives and you move forward, but you take the things you got to get better at and you address them right away, and that'll start this week.
Coach, did this, we obviously mentioned, it's easy to think about how the game ended kind of being weird, but did this whole game kind of have a weird feeling with, like you said, the wind making pop-ups so difficult and that foul ball, kind of look and play at the end of the game? Like, did this whole game have that feel?
The game was somewhat of a strain. To be honest with you, the game never felt too easy today. It was kind of like a strain. I don't know. We just never could get over the top. We get behind early, and then Christian puts us ahead right away with a homer. But then it felt like it was a struggle the rest of the day. I don't know. We just never could quite take the momentum from Grand Canyon and go run away with it. We had the lead for a while, but you knew that a one-run lead wasn't going to hold up in this particular environment. So it was a bit of a struggle. I don't know. Today didn't have a lot of snap to it. It was a little bit of a grudge match, if you will, a little bit of a two teams fighting hard, but neither team super sharp. And I don't know. I don't think it's fatigue, but sometimes some days you look a little bit flat. We just looked a little flat. So my job as a coach to help us overcome that and change that moving forward.
Still, it was a series win, even with the odd feeling. What were you telling your guys after the game? Well, what can you tell them after kind of an odd game like this?
Really, what I just kind of spoke to you about, just a strange emotion after a tie, but at the same time, the excitement after Brock's home run, the good effort that they gave, the way we competed and have competed to this point. But certainly the things that we need to get better at, which I think are obvious to us as coaches and should be obvious to our players. If we continue to get runners on base, we've got to then take the next step and get them home. And the execution of hitting with runners in scoring position is an art. And the confidence to do so is also something that you work your way into. And that's an area that I look forward to us growing in and becoming more well-rounded at finishing an inning, that we get runners on base with a chance to go ahead and finishing it off.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Josh. So that's kind of something I was going to hit on. There were a couple times early where you guys would kind of strike out looking with runners on. How do you kind of balance plate discipline and being aggressive at the plate at the same time?
Great question. You gotta trust your swing, but you gotta have the right look on the ball. So, to your point, if you go down looking, it can't be because you guessed wrong. It has to be because you thought the ball genuinely wasn't on the plate, even though you were looking in the right space. And with two strikes, you have to have plate coverage, meaning you have to be able to cover both halves of the plate. We didn't do that well enough the whole series. So we'll take that under consideration, figure out better ways to manage ourselves and position ourselves prior to the at-bat. But the going down looking, that's a painful one, always has been. Never going to get to where strikeout looking doesn't bother you as a player. I know that. It used to be very personal. Striking out was a super personal result in the game because the batter and the pitcher are competing against one another. So I think we just have to improve in that. The deep level of competitiveness in two strike situations, and then also, what we're doing prior to two strikes in at bat, where getting the ball put in play sooner could lead to runs to where the strikeout doesn't show up as much. So those are great questions. They require a lot of work. They don't come with simple answers, and they're not things you can snap your fingers about and just make them change either. It's kind of a growth piece and a growth process.
So that last play there, it sounded like you were calling for a foul ball. Was it not reviewable? Was that the issue?
I believe the ball was foul. I was told it was fair and it was unreviewable, and have a nice day. And the umpires took it to the house, and we met our travel curfew, and that was all she wrote.
Did you know about did it come as a surprise that the game ended in a tie? Did you know about the curfew? Kind of what was that?
I knew about the curfew. Yeah, we knew we had an allotment of time for today. 3.5 hours was what we thought we could play, and then them still be able to load the bus and get to Tulsa, check in, and make it home. So that was the agreement. We knew that going in.
And then I think the last tie that you guys were involved in was against Seton Hall a few years back. Do you remember, have you been involved in many other ties in your career?
I can't say that I have. I do remember that, though. I do remember tying against Seton Hall. Now that you say that, I do remember that. No, there's the only thing that ever leads you to a tie is going to be a travel curfew. And usually that's only one day a week that could ever happen. That's on Sundays when people have to fly home. And much as we love to finish the games, these guys got to go to school on Monday on both sides. So obviously they can't afford to get stuck here.
Appreciate it, Josh.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.